Hi, puppy. Can you say hi? Oh, let's not grab the camera. I'm just gonna grab some snacks for Mila. Maybe some milk, because I think you need it, right? Oh my gosh, my laundry room is the biggest mess. I'm not gonna go there and show you guys. I'm just gonna let her play with this box. There you go, Stinky. Alright guys, I'm gonna try my absolute best to film today with my 15-month-old daughter in my lap. Okay. Mila, here you go. She likes to touch crunchy things, so I'm hoping that distracts her. Right, Debbie? And she doesn't want to pull the camera away. You want your milky? Here you go. Here you go. If you haven't seen my last video, it was a live pregnancy test of me and Gino obviously taking a test to see if we were pregnant or not, and it was negative. So it's never easy, you know, accepting that you have a failed cycle, even if you're trying completely naturally, or even if you're going through fertility treatments like we are currently. But yeah, that was our second IUI and our second round of Clomid, and this time I was on the highest dose of Clomid. So typically I think, well, what my doctor said, you shouldn't go past 150 milligrams, or else then you start having issues with your lining. So I don't want to ramble too much about what happened in the last cycle because it didn't work. So there's not much to really keep talking about with that. So after the conversation we had with my doctor, we decided it was best to just try to go all in absolutely one more time, meaning all in, like, you know, decide to pay for another round of IUI. And the only difference with this one is we're using letrozole instead of Clomid. So I maxed out my dosage on Clomid. I was on 150 milligrams of Clomid. Now I did produce one 19 millimeter follicle and one 15 millimeter follicle, and I still didn't end up pregnant. Maybe it was just, I don't know. I have unexplained infertility. I don't know, you know, why it didn't work that time. It was kind of almost shocking. You would think that, you know, I technically had 2 follicles, and we put the sperm very close to those eggs, and I still didn't end up pregnant. But that's what unexplained infertility is. You just don't know what's happening. And wow, I have had a way worse round of letrozole, meaning like the symptoms I've had is just way worse. Like I've just had a constant migraine this entire time. Very, very tired, nauseous. I'm even crampy still to this day. And the worst part was extreme mood swings. You just hit the back of my head. So I had extreme mood swings. Like, I'll give you guys just a small example. I was really, really hungry, and I made myself some pasta, and it was just so hot. And even for like 5 minutes, I was like trying to let it cool down, but I was so hungry, and it was just so hot, and I kept trying to eat it, and I kept burning my mouth. And guys, I just wanted to throw that plate against the wall and not eat it anymore. And you know, something like that wouldn't have gotten me mad. But anyway, mood swings, nausea, headaches, cramps, feeling very, very, very tired. You're bound to have some sort of reaction when you're taking these hormones, so that was just how I felt from it. So I'll be on cycle day 14 this time rather than every single other cycle. We were checking on cycle day 13. I'm just going to assume and pray that, you know, my follicles will be ready on cycle day 14, and hopefully I have 2 really good follicles. Now, if you have 2 follicles, that doesn't always mean that you're going to have twins. It can, but it's just meaning that I'll have a higher chance of getting pregnant because there's 2 eggs versus just 1. So I'm really praying I have like 2 really good follicles, but I'll see when that time comes, and I'm gonna update all of you guys, you know, when that is. So this is what I'm thinking in my head. you know, so I'm trying letrozole, and it was just a weird freak thing that even the trigger shot that I'm using this cycle is different. It's called, I think, Ovidil. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I used to use Pregnol, 10,000 unit dosage. But I'm just gonna open this up in front of you guys, because I have no idea what it's gonna look like, or maybe it'll look the same. Oh, baby. I always love opening packages. I know you do too. Okay, let's see. So if you're unfamiliar with like getting shots and everything, so far I think everything comes through the mail because it's from like a certain pharmacy. Okay, let's look. So I had to buy 2 shots instead of 1 because they're out of the Pregnol that we usually get. But I don't know. Maybe just the 2 different medications means we'll get pregnant this time, right? Oh, Mila. Hey. Okay. Okay, so this little needle came with it. So that's the little needle that came with it. And then here's, I guess, yeah, this is the brand that I'm using now. So that's the brand that I'm using, and again I had to buy 2 boxes of it. And then that's just the other needle. So it came with 2 needles, and then obviously 2 boxes, and I'm assuming it's probably like a liquid and a powder. I'm not gonna open it just because my clinic, each time they like take it and mix it all together and then actually inject me. I don't inject myself, I've never done that yet. So if this cycle fails this time, it's kind of scary because I'm gonna have to go get a surgery called a laparoscopic type surgery. Again, I may be butchering these. It's the first time I've ever heard of any of these things. But it's to check if I have endometriosis. So endometriosis is something that can come at any time of your lifespan, even if, you know, like before I had perfect periods and never had any issues with it like I do now. And I've been pregnant 3 times, and clearly I actually had 1 baby already, and now who knows what's wrong with my body, we don't know. He pretty much explained to me, you know, I had the follicles, we put the sperm next to the eggs, now we don't know if my tubes are just properly working. You know, like with endometriosis, it could be blocking on the ovaries, or it could be blocking inside of the uterus, or it could be blocking like near the tube. So I actually had, so I did have the HSG test, and that's where they put saline through your tubes to make sure there's no blockages. And I asked him, I'm like, well, I got that test and it showed my tubes are open, but he said I still have to get, you know, to just rule out to make sure I don't have that. So say everything comes back normal, which we would hope it comes back normal, and I don't have endo to do next, I would have to either try IVF or try the injectables. So the injectables are a very serious thing, and it obviously makes me really scared to ever think I would have to take them. People that take these injectables, I'm so sorry, Mila's just playing with the box now. I really hope you can hear me. So again, if we would either go down the injectable route or the IVF route. The only thing about trying the injectables first rather than just going fully into IVF is the price of injectables costs like thousands of dollars, and he says 1 round of using injectables is almost the same cost as if we were to try IVF. Of course, I don't think that I need to do IVF. No one ever thinks that they would have to do these things. Okay, again, no one ever thinks that they would be the one that would have to go through these things. Again, I would never think in 1,000 years that I would have had miscarriages or deal with infertility and can't get pregnant and have it be extremely hard to have children in general, because even though now I'm going through infertility, before Mila I was having recurrent miscarriages. But the one thing that I found out is I do have a blood disorder, so as soon as I am pregnant, I'll have to just go on blood thinners. I'm sorry if I was absolutely all over the place. There's like so much information that I've gotten myself, and obviously the more failed cycles that we keep having, it's just getting harder to deal with, and almost feels like it's like embarrassing in a way, because I just feel like, I don't know, it's hard. But that's all I have for today, and kind of like where we're at. And of course I'm gonna update everyone, and you know, comment below if you guys want me to do another live pregnancy test with this cycle, so cycle number 3. And I don't know, I'm still debating if I'm gonna do that again. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, I'm really sorry that if it was like really loud and hard to hear. Again, I'm just vlogging my life, I'm vlogging my journey, and I hope in some way this helps you out if you're also dealing with infertility, or even if you just want to know this information yourself. But yeah, thanks so much for watching.